Viewers, now good evening. The program in the watch now, Uduota, it reach you live and direct from independent television, Edo State, South Nigeria. This program, now one program we say designed to discuss issues when get to do with us, our people, our society, and everything. We call the year outbreak of yellow fever. It don't enter town, and that thing, bless it, don't take some lives. We come yesterday, the commissioner for health for Edo don't confirm 2 already. And because of this one, so we'll bring somebody come who will also let us know. My name is Mark Mololo, my brother Phil Safon, I did looking for us. And then we'll bring one public health doctor who will let us know what he did. Dr. Eric, good evening.
Dr. Bodino, he's a public health physician.
Okay, Dr. Eric, good evening, sir.
Thank you, sir.
My brother Phil, good evening.
I do. Now they ask we greet all of you again. Will be so not this don't stay to watch this program.
So, doctor. Now 2 things that we want to look today. First of all, we'll start from the one where just read now. We don't hear about this yellow fever.
Yellow fever. My people, as my brother just said, yellow fever not be something we're supposed to see at this time around. But recently, now the NCDC, now they call them Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Now be that body where they control what we call outbreak, all these nyama diseases. Then they can't tell us, say, one disease don't come, then they call them yellow fever. And this yellow fever don't affect 14 states, and Edo State now one of them. And our even commissioner don't tell us, say, we don't confirm 2 for Edo State. For that reason, they can also tell us, say, when they work for hospital, make we beg go, especially people, when they come from other a state when they already get this disease. If they come, make we really look them, check them very well. We go look, find out, say, whether those things, when person will get Lassa fever, they present whether they get them. You know why they call it yellow fever? Now because if person get the disease, the eye go yellow. Now you make and say, we can't come out today, say, make we tell our people, if person get this disease, how they be? Where person they get this disease, now that they call them, the name na acute hemorrhagic fever, and na mosquito dey carry am. If mosquito get this infection, when we dey call am virus, if e come bite person, e go put am for e body. Apart from that, also dey bite monkeys. If e come bite monkeys because we dey live with monkeys, some people even dey use am for pets. That one come dey within us. Now we dey call am primary reservoir. It go just there. Anytime the mosquito bite the person, it go give the person. And this mosquito, where they see am? We dey see am for jungle, meaning inside bush, inside thick bush. Now we dey call am a wider this mosquito. The name of this one now Egypt. They call them Aedes aegypti or Hemogogus. So, in this one, person maybe they farm, they go inside bush, all the one when they be hunter, he go inside bush, this mosquito bite him, he go get him. As he come inside city or inside town, and we also get this mosquito, he go they spread them. And this mosquito again, we they still get some, this mosquito when we they talk, this Egypt, Aedes aegypti, they still they live, they will go inside bush, they will still come, stay for where we they stay. Those ones they call what they call intermediate yellow fever. Then go stay inside bush, get them from inside bush, come live with us, see, bite us, give us. Another one day, those ones they stay within our environment. When they get this infection or this disease in the body, then come bite us, then will give us. But how will we know whether na real yellow fever might be the problem? Because this yellow fever, it resembles other diseases, even ordinary malaria, severe malaria. Because the presentation of this disease, now be say person go get fever, he go get headache, he go get back pain. If he get belly feel the pain am. And not everybody when this thing bite, don't be go present with this one. Some people will go bite them, you know, will do anything. So when you bite them, after 3 to 6 days, then go begin to get this symptom when they tell you. After 3 to 4 days again, if you just go finally, then we will get them again. The body, you know, na virus get how you go live for body, you go die by itself. But some, they no go die. That will not turn to the toxic side of it. This one, it will not make the person, apart from those when I first talk, say he will get fever, he will get headache, back pain, if he dey vomit, belly feel the pain now, he will also come get eye will come yellow, in urine go come dey dark, meaning he don't dey lose blood. That's what they call a hemorrhagic disease. And if it be say, he go come begin dey bleed from every part of his body, from mouth or from nose, all in body go just dey bleed, blood go dey throw away. And you also know Lassa fever, now so they present. Dengue fever, now so they present. Even people with Ebola, when we hear that time when our government was able to curtail, you see they present like that. Even if person get severe malaria, you see they present, in urine go dark. That's why we say it dey difficult. We will feel know whether not this one. But obviously, we get tests, though they dey difficult to make this diagnosis. But we dey get tests when they call it PCR, that polymerase chain reaction. If they take person blood or urine, then fit do am, then we'll see this organism inside. Or if the disease don't take for body, we feel see what they call antigen. When the body, antibody, when the body don't try to get to prevent this disease. Now so they make the diagnosis. But today they tell say medicine day, when a person go just take, he go heal. You know, there is no any antiviral drug that can cure this disease. If a person get this disease and carry and come hospital on time, we get what we call supportive care. Because the person they vomit, they lose water, there will be dehydration, no get water for body, will they give them water? If you get secondary infection, we go treat that one too. Any complaint when it come follow, we will treat them. And some go well, some go still die. But we don't lose a lot of people, we don't want to lose again. That's why we can't come to air. We say we make everybody know how they take get this disease, how they take they prevent them. And above all, this prevention is very important past all. If you do this prevention, as I told you, I'm a public health physician, you're able to do this thing, you know will get this disease. First and foremost, there have to be mass immunization. This mass immunization, they will give everybody,
both adults,
everybody they take them. And it's safe, and it's cheap, it's affordable. Not only one dose you will take. Before then they tell us if you take and go take in 10 years, it will protect you. But no, later research shows say if you take them for life, it will protect you. Even if this mosquito can't bite you when you get this infection for body, you know if you get this disease. Lie. So the other one again is to control the mosquito, which we know they are the one actually carrying this disease. How can we prevent this mosquito? It's by making sure our environment is neat. Anywhere you know say mosquito fit lay eggs. These eggs, you know when they lay eggs, it will turn to larva, it will come turn to the mosquito itself. We will make sure all those things does not exist around our environment. You also make sure that the adult mosquito and the larva, that is the one where they don't lay when you want to turn to the real mosquito itself. You make sure you use pesticide. You can use pesticide to kill all those ones. There can also be community involvement, whereby the community will come, they will clear all their environment. Anywhere there is dirty, when you know say mosquito fit stay, lay eggs, you will make sure that place is clear. If you get breaking bottle or bucket, you go turn upside down if you cannot take it away from your house. If you're able to do all those things, you will find out that this mosquito, you and mosquito no will get any connection. As long as you don't get connection with this mosquito, you don't fit get the disease. The other one is the pest. The pet I just said, monkey. So people are having monkey as their pets, as their pet. Will you tell them to go and kill their monkeys? No. What we say at this point in time, also immunize this your pet, so that even if mosquito bite that monkey, you know if we give another person. And our people, because you know say many of our people are farmers, some men are hunters, then they go inside bush, thick one, they look for animal to kill. If you are going there, you must wear clothes where you go protect you against this mosquito.
That is the hunters.
Yeah, that's the hunters and our farmers who they really go inside bush, they farm. So because then if mosquito bite them, where the problem they be say, we fit get mosquito here now, all these Aedes Egypts, and the hemogogus, they go fit they don't get this disease for body. Even if they bite you, they don't give you that disease. But if one of our hunters go inside bush, this mosquito come bite and when get this disease for body, he come carry and come inside town. This our mosquito when they inside town when they get this disease, if they come bite him, come bite another person, they will give that person. Now so it will come to spread. That is the reason we get 3 types of yellow fever. As I was saying before, we have the jungle one. That
jungle one.
Jungle mean wild yellow fever. Wild yellow fever mean.
Where did they sit down?
That one inside thick forest. If you go, those mosquito there, now inside bush they just there. Now them go bite those people. Those people we call them that they got that from that source. They are called the yellow fever they get for their body now be jungle or white yellow fever.
So our doctor, you see say you done the toxins. You see with all this your analysis since.
Yes, sir.
Everything will be say you don't toxins now. This one not be emergency.
Yes.
This one not supposed to be emergency now to say, hi, this thing na emergency. Me everybody join force together because you talk just now say the commissioner for health into don't see talking. With all this your analysis now, I don't need anybody to tell us now. Say this one an emergency now. That both the ministry, everybody now to make sure say we join force together. You also don't talk and say once you take her now, we think say now for 10 years, but once you take her now say take, it's for life.
For life.
So automatically then, this thing when it come, when they just start to immunize everybody now, you say this thing go come down. But my pain, when you say I always get with officials, we say they not go take her as if say now one emergency. Not only wait time for election come, that be emergency. The time for things like this when they kill citizens, even with this one, the commissioner for health not even supposed to go house. The directors for different ministries, for hospitals now supposed to say, emergency don't come. How will take care of this situation? Go get different outlets now to say, everybody, government go bring that money, everybody quick go take this immunization. Quick, anywhere you did. You even reach to declare public holiday, 2 days, 3 days. For different units, this or local unit, Ibosa unit, Ipobai, get different units, we go be athletes. Who never take this immunization, make them quick go take them. To prevent and to save life. So you see and say, it go only just be ceremonial talks. That's why we just do ceremonial talks. At the end of the day, the kind of strength they always they get, where rally or to enter one office to the other, the same strength we know they join together for citizens to save life. When we even this thing we they talk now, I always tell people say this one will be like saying only UBTH, Central Hospital. If person get dick, they go UBTH. You get dick, they go Central. It's not supposed to be so. If all this our community health center with our rural areas, government bring out money, equip those areas, doctors, they nurses, they health workers fall inside. This one will be say UBT and Central Hospital just the full so like this for things for take care of. It not go be like this. When I travel that day, they tell me say no go their community hospital. So my mind be say community hospital just is there. You know as our community hospital be here now. I just dey expect me I just see one building, one small building as the one with my brother. But no, from here go reach junction.
He pass our general hospital.
We even get we not even girls. I say where they tell me community hospital. From here go reach hospital, go reach junction. About 8-story building. 8-story building. From here go reach junction. This one not be say I say just one. I say from here go reach junction na building. About 8 to 10-story building. Now it be na lift. Now they go on. Different section. Now full up. That one I expect to see as our own community hospital be here. Now I be waiting and they expect to see. So now make anytime I take come like when I take the I say God, we only just the everyday God because now God now we take they live for this part of the world. Now God just they protect us. If not the way we take exposed to things, when it be say go take life for here, when they break like this, we put our tone and say God, you may say we see they are alive. Because the way we say they expose us to things, all this one they talk is supposed to be emergency.
My brother, if you hear what they even call the name of the disease, they say acute What acute mean is emergency. Acute hemorrhagic disease. Don't be say we don't know all these things. So. Don't be say we don't get policies. So. Don't be say our people have not traveled and have seen all these things. So. Political will know they.
They talk because
we no won't do. We know. We no won't do. Even if we're ready to do, you no go see money because the process before money go come out, it go hard. The commissioner, when you say if in the ideal situation is not even supposed to be going home, even if the commissioner decide to sleep for office for 10 years because he won't fight this yellow fever, if the vaccine no dey available, wetin go do? Now because you don't sleep on top of a bed, will take get the vaccine? No. This vaccine, when I'm telling you now, if you go to many hospitals now, you know they are available.
That is the truth of the vaccine now.
For yellow fever, when we get outbreak now, which I tell you, Edo State is one. We have already this thing confirmed.
And don't do 14 states.
14 states.
Then the vaccine to prevent them.
In fact, then they look for them. Then they look for them. I told you I go Abuja. One of the reasons why I go Abuja now because of this one. I even have to call because they know they do it for other states. Edo State never start their own. But obviously, when we can't get this case, they have to call. WHO not call. See, we get problem. Oh. We get problem. WHO not there here today. If not WHO in Edo State, I don't know where we would have been today.
Down at foreign aid.
Yeah, it's a foreign aid. As far as I know, it's a vertical program. If today they say they will not do, I don't know where we are. Now WHO, they try to get this vaccine when they talk now, then they run up and down to make sure the vaccines are available. It's also possible state is trying to get this one. But I want to say, do we need to wait until the last day?
No, make I ask you. Make me happy people for understand.
Before you answer, go see the way all of them they run up and down say president they come this day tomorrow. President na our servant, now we be master. How come they don't go protect me? Agbobas go they boss one house to another. Commissioner of police don't go they run up and down. As Agbobas they keep people, they kidnap people, they collect phone, they snatch people motor. Commissioner of police don't they run up and down. The president they call tomorrow. Go see the commissioner of police, the security aid as they run up and down. Say president they come. But the citizen when they go take care of, nobody they care about the citizen. I be not be as a president be citizen of this country. Not be so we be citizen. So they don't leave us so they die. Why be say the political officer that they protect themselves they go? That's so still supposed to be. This one at the same state where people they die now. He said the vaccine not even dey. WHO they run up and down to say as they want to protect people. Why our own people they busy they paint everywhere. They do asphalt till they wait for president. Abi?
My brother, doctor, sometimes you know be government official
At all.
but most of the time they always tell if you say if anybody from now till another 50 years tell me say this country get another problem past corruption, the person just a lie. I'll come back to you, doctor, but I just give you a small scenario. If you see social media, you see those military, whatever the issue. Sure, you now discover that even there were some of those soldiers they talk. How much is this stipend? How much did they pay all those soldiers to motivate them? They know they get. Then, even the soldiers themselves, they talk say their equipment when they get, when they tell me they take fight. They don't even give them.
Not be better one and get.
They put all those people for inside there. Meanwhile, Mr. President also said they give him money to buy equipment. So the question is, we have a problem.
You see, when doctor they talk to us just now, they say even though the commissioner say may even sleep there,
make sleep forever.
They say the vaccine all day. Those foreign aid wey be say they don't even come from here, they run up and down. How don't they get this vaccine to protect us? Why our people they busy, they run up and down? How don't they plan themselves for 2019 election? How don't they do campaign? They buy different vehicles for campaign. They launch different corner for campaign. Why our people they die? At times when we sit down, we will continue. Now make a religious come they say because we they run the country in a country where we say we they run with politics, and religion. Now they boom. That be the business where they boom for this part of the world. Because when they break, you look up, look around, no hope from anywhere. The next day, God Almighty, come and protect me.
Doctor, as an expert, if for instance, now two things there, the vaccine now, first of all, when they will give people to prevent them. Mostly our people, if you see another problem we'll get, if we really get our people for heart, like those hunters who they talk about now, if that is to say, even if they get that injection, even if they go inside those one buy them, nothing go do them.
Yes. And that emergency pass that one.
Doctor, what will be the duration of time if, for instance, say we won't go buy that vaccine now? How you take the thing before you go forget them?
My brother, as I tell you, say I not be government official. How you go take day come and not go feel no, because we know they produce.
No, you don't understand. I understand. For at least as a public health company, yes, you feel get range say okay, if UBTH place order for so drug, it go reach there, or so body will.
This is a public health emergency. Public health emergency. Before I answer that your question, in organized society, because today public health is the highest selling area of medicine, because it's better to prevent than cure. Now, every country, they have what they call a rapid preparedness. It's already on ground.
Rapid preparedness.
They are already on ground. Say anything happen, now so we will do one. We no get. But we get them for our policy. If they're everywhere, we no get. So that's by the way. Now it make us say we get this problem. Because when Lassa, when they say endemic, is epidemic, is this and that, you will say even Lassa, when we don't see there for Nigeria since 1957, if we get outbreak, to manage them, we find it difficult to even get the vaccine or the drugs to take. Talk less this one, we will know if
that's the drugs to take.
The drug to take for Lassa fever with ribavirin. But now, because I remember when I was still a resident in UBTH, I had an exposure to a Lassa case. That was 2008, 2009.
When you say you get exposure, what do you mean?
Mean exposure, I treat person when get Lassa fever. I don't know. Before I come find out, say, you get. So, now we have to take the medicine for at least 1 week. They quickly send message go Irua, because it's the center for excellence for Lassa. They got there, Lassa, they were not having. They have to now send to Lagos, Abuja. Before we finally got that drug, it was like a week. You know what we have? If not be God, even if I'm not even there here with you.
If not be God.
Finally, the drug that came. Almost everybody working in accident emergency in UBT has to get that drug. Why I'm saying so, that one is an endemic disease in Nigeria. Such a thing happen
for years.
Yes, we know you even get the drug, keep. We know the time when the disease they take come, the infection they take come. When we will prepare away for them, we no do. Talk like this one when we don't prepare for. But however, I say this is, in fact, it's a public health emergency. If one person die, he's supposed to, or the whole country is supposed to mourn that person. Talk less in Edo State alone, we have lost 2. And we said we are already having this disease for 14 states. If the president today say he want this drug, he want this vaccine, he go get her in the less than one week. If the country want this drug, don't be placed in the producer. It's a matter to send. We have emergency, everybody start shouting, emergency day, emergency day. Foreign aid will come from everywhere. Nigeria can send money, subsidize some of these vaccines. They will come. But by the time the political will, even the administrative will is not there, the government is so serious. People are working there. When I say the government, I'm talking to people at the helm of the affair are not serious. Even those our small our people there inside office, they are not interested. So that is the problem. But the time say the drug will feel order the drug will come. And I'm telling you, if the government of Nigeria see it as an emergency, within a week we can get all those vaccines available. But do they see it as an emergency the way you are seeing it? That be the problem. If they are not seeing it like that, it begin to come trickle by trickle. As I said earlier, thank God we have some good programs, all these foreign aids that will come with time. I promise you, it's going to be available. Go in some states now.
You promise me.
No. What I'm trying to say,
in the playing role, no,
yes,
in the playing role.
Yes, as I'm talking to you now, know that there's no vaccine in Nigeria. Some states don't already even start this program. Edo State has not started because Edo State was not, say that PG was able to speak. Edo State, they are among those states when they say the first start. It was later now Edo State we can't get those 2 cases when they talk.
And the time when Edo State get the case now, we prepare for president, more first arrange for president. After we don't prepare for the welcoming of our president, before we now know what.
I even hear say the president will come again. They go somewhere. That's what I hear this morning. Say go first of all reach Meduguri before coming here. But however,
he go see, even though he not come tomorrow, at least he go see 5 times.
However,
we'll continue to prepare.
The truth is this: the president is the head. We get minister, we get pamphlet.
But as you still talk just now, say even though
that's what
the commissioner slept office in daybreak, some of the ministers still slept in daybreak. If the political will not dey there,
but the only thing we will beg. Even some states when don't start this thing, if it not be enough, but if any state have enough,
may they can't give us.
Make we too start our own until we get our own. That's the only way we can move on. But you also remember, if they bring few, say they bring few come at those states now, when no go reach everybody hand. Say now only some people will still get them. People like you, myself, will not go get.
The Oga will face
use up
all the money wey dem get, make dem no go die.
Make dem no go die, leave the money. So we go there for street.
Okay, maybe we look at the treatment of the symptoms again.
Yes.
Like some people wey dey village. Now most of these things dey happen. And unfortunately, awareness not to do that side. So una wey dey the industry, what be some of the signs when we say the ordinary man they watch out for? So that the go fit take no at all.
Okay. You see, as my brother, if he just said just now, he said when he traveled out, he saw community hospital. He passed our teaching hospital here. But we, as public health physicians, not be the structure we dey look. We dey look the manpower. Who dey there? And I want to tell you, this immunization when they talk, so it doesn't need more special skill to do it. Even you, when not be doctor, not be nurse, if they teach you now, you know how to do it. You don't need one special thing to come and do it. And the symptoms, as I just told you earlier, the NCDC don't already list them out. Can't even tell the healthcare workers, say, see, especially states when this disease don't already dey. And those people coming from states when disease don't already dey. If they get this one, get this one, get this one, now it means say you have to play alert on that person. If when they work, the health institute or institution no get technical know-how when go to fit take care of that person, carry and go the hospital when they fail take care of that person. And I also tell you, the only different problem we're having, the presentation, it be like it resemble that of malaria, severe malaria. It resemble that of Lassa fever. It resemble that of dengue fever. Many diseases when it resemble. But for now, we have told every health worker, from the doctor to the extension worker, that the true. If you notice somebody come, he say, for instance, now we get the disease for Ekiti, we get them for Abuja, we get them for Benue. Continuously, about 14 states, including Edo State. Now, if a patient comes from any of these states where they don't already get, where they don't already list, he comes with headache, fever, back pain, if they vomit or if they feel like vomiting, which is the early stage. If you notice it at that time, please refer this patient to where he will be able to be managed appropriately.
Like where?
They can do one for UBTH. Okay. They can do it for UBTH. Even in Central, they can do it. Because I just told you now, there is no specific treatment for this one. It's supportive treatment. If they lose water, you they give them water. If you get any problem, you replace them. But the only thing, the diagnosis, how we can know say actually that real disease he gets. Not be all hospital get them.
Which you like
UBTH now, he get.
Okay, UBTH gets the facility to.
Yes.
You see the one they told just now, doctor. Which is stop us at this stage now? Say, what is our community health center? Which is stop us now to equip them? Or to make sure say doctors they do all those where they employ doctors, nurses, health workers. When you go get all this our hospital with our rural area, instead of everything now call UBTH, call central hospital, call UBTH, call central hospital. When we know say we get a center for different areas,
my brother,
we don't feel work on those ones.
You have said it earlier when you travel, what you saw. Sometimes ago I can't read paper, I can't see the CMD of UBTH. Professor Dalinti Obaseki can say, no be say UBTH no get workers so they can handle anything they can handle. They are very good, they can handle, which I personally believe. But somebody go get headache, now UBTH. You go get this one, now UBTH. Other countries not be so. They're what they call primary, secondary, and tertiary institution. They're what we call referral system. If somebody is sick for abroad now, don't be teaching hospital be the first place they go. Now this community hospital they go first. When he get there, he will meet a family physician. Now that one will sort out. The one when they feel treated and treated, the one they cannot treat, they refer. By the time it's coming to tertiary institution like UBTH, now only few. When they don't feel managed there. But you can find out the structure in UBTH, it has been defeated. Somebody get malaria, it's coming there. He get this, is coming there. You now find out that the number of doctors, even the structure. Last time I was in program with the CMD. He said this hospital was built for 200 beds. UBTA presently is having 800 plus. But he said it was enough. Because people, they know they go, this is our small hospital. You go hospital, you don't see doctor. You don't see nurse. Some of our cottage hospitals or comprehensive center, if you go by 4 o'clock, they don't lock door. They don't close. So if you go, I don't want to be measuring them. So when you go, they will write number there. If it's a labor case, call us. By 4, they don't lock that hospital. We don't go find out why. They will say no security. You understand? You can see that is not the country that is ready to move on. Like this outbreak now, let's assume all these health centers are working. The cottage hospitals are working. The vaccine is available. We for not even stay here to talk of these ones. Before you know, everybody is vaccinated. You understand? Everybody is vaccinated. If everybody is vaccinated, where is the whole thing? Everybody is well. I just pray this disease not go enter inside town. You understand? You know, before I was telling you, I said there are different type of yellow fever. There is one what they call urban yellow fever.
How the urban one be?
Urban yellow fever na the one when this one, the mosquito when they inside the town, it can't get them. The people when they inside town can't get them. Now, why is more difficult is that the people inside town don't get immunity against this disease. You know, there's waiting body they produce when they protect people against disease. The moment it just come, because most of the people don't get this protection, it will just clear almost a whole generation. It will just clear everybody because the mosquito they there, the people won't get and just a supply, and the other one that doesn't have it, they are not strong to protect. They don't get that immunity when they protect them. It will just they spray like what they call it. Hamatan fire. That's why we spray. We will just finish everybody. We just spray, enter inside these big cities. It should just be pocket inside all those villages. Because if you notice that most of these villagers probably they've had exposure before. Remember, I told you, some person, the incubation period of this disease is 3 to 6 weeks. 3 to 6 days. Incubation means the time when you go enter person body before you go now produce that disease. You go get to that disease level. Some people, when they get this disease, when this infection enter their body, it's not going to even show at all because they're already exposed to the disease before. That be the immunity when we talk. So it go show small. All this when I say you go get headache, back pain, abdominal pain, that belly go they pain, then they go they vomit. Those ones are their second set. Those ones some will still resolve. Those ones it's also possible they have the immunity, or the body will be able to produce the immunity as fast as possible, the antibodies to protect that person. While those people that are not opportune to be that, they will go to the toxic state. Now those ones you go now see their eye go yellow. That's where the name of the disease first come, which I said earlier. You go see when they piss, you go turn to Coca-Cola. They feel just a bleed from the nose, from the mouth, from the hair, everywhere. And I want to tell you,
piss Coca-Cola, how?
Like the color.
The color will be like Coca-Cola. You know Coca-Cola dark. The urine will be like that. So that means the person is losing blood from the body. So that is the almost the terminal stage or the end stage of that disease. Yes, sir. The way we are heading to now, thank God these days, I think some of our health workers in the villages, they are being paid or whatever. Somebody we are not even paying well. Even to pay is a problem. So 14 months, we are not being paid. Now you go follow, carry IDSR form, begin to search for disease inside villages, they go. No.
Doctor, you know they get some, say maybe some people don't fair take this immunization with them. They don't fair take this injection before.
Yes. You know, and I first tell you now, before now.
So those who take them before, go see protect them.
They are protected. You know, before when we take them, like me, I don't take before. When I was a resident in UBT, I don't take before. They can't tell us, say, now 10 years. I remember that time I want to travel out. Now the paper.
Don't be down with them.
If
you want to travel out,
they'll give you yellow.
They'll give you present for
very good, very good. And they will give you. But I want to tell you, you know, so now we dey here, so we dey talk to our people. Most of Nigerians when they travel out, now dagbo then they get that paper.
Okay.
Dagbo, you will just go. They will give you the paper. You settle that person. You carry your paper, the yellow card, then stamp it, then give you. Then they do it for airport, you full everywhere for Lagos. You dey Abuja. So I was even asking my friend recently, I said, how you travel? They don't check your yellow card. I said, they don't even check them. Maybe they too don't tell. I don't say, nah, dagbo, then they do. One of my friends was telling me, say, they come ask and say, 2 of them, they came. They were going to Europe. So they were screening, they come tell and say, you took a yellow fever vaccine? He said, yes. He said, where did they give him? He said, now I'm drinking, then they drink him. He said, you go this side. The other one, well, he never said, now here. Then say, okay, you pass like this. And the guy told me, I just guessed, so because that's why I say he drank it. Then he said, now like this. So, even those ones you think they are traveling out, probably they are protected. They are not even doing it.
Doctor,
now that
doctor, you know it happened. That thing I remember Central Hospital now for take them.
Okay.
Because now I tell you no. They'll carry us go one place. They say get where they'll take put on, get when they take when the thing take they ready. They can't give us. When we want travel, come to the airport. One of our friends comes. He can't forget that for us. So he I want do and I say hey, they say no problem. We say country oh they go so. If you not get a problem, how go waka? He go waka go here. He go waka go here. He go waka go here. Later, I come say in movement, he can't shift come where me dey. Come like say in movement now, he not come let me dey close to am. Now from there, I come suspect say maybe something don't dey inside. Because this time, when you see Nigerian man like that, in movement change.
Yes.
Let me say something don't
happen.
Not knowing say another person don't tell am say, come no worry. Inside this airport now, they will arrange am for you. They will arrange am for you, not just worry. I come say. The next day, one person just carry and come on. The next day, in another 5-20 minutes, he don't come back. He say he don't get him. I say, how you take get him from inside this airport? No. I say, me I no worry. He say, now one guy just give 1,000 to, and you carry and go inside toilet. And I just arrange him for. I say, for my brother, for inside the same country like this. And most of those things, now what it be say when you take him, he go protect you. Because when me need that, they say me I do dagbo. I say, but not be injection. They say yes. I say, go help me now. I say, if I take am, since e go help me, so make me really go take am. Because nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody know where I dey go.
Where you dey go?
So e go good me I take am. But some of these things, somebody go just like, maybe say, may just dey do bad, but it's just still be like whether they say go bring a certificate of fitness. Some people just want say, just go hospital, make doctor just write and give you certificate. But if you go hospital, they say certificate of fitness. Me say, you go undergo almost about 8 to about almost 50 tests. They'll come run different tests for you. When they run and finish, the doctor will come go through all those tests. Then go come give you certificate. Instead of me, you go give person about 10 to 15,000 naira. You know, who undergo that test for because of your health.
I know how your body be.
And make you know how your body. Every time we just dey walk. We know they get time to go take care of ourselves. Now opportunity where you sit and say, me I just still see as my body be. But some of us go just still like that sharp corner. When they be say everything money. At the end, I make you just waka. Some people say some people just fall. So what did they happen to them? He say sleep, you not wake up. Because we don't get time to tell you also go check ourselves to know as the body be. We know the condition of the kind of country where we they say, now God, now they carry us, they go. You too not go help yourself. When you know say people, the government official or government was supposed to assist you, they play more important on when their election they come up down, they want to take care of human being when they are alive. You see when doctor they talk just and say, go here because of security reason. If you go health center, if you do not quick close now, before you know doctor wey dey there or nurse wey dey there, don't go attack them for inside there. But when you have to say the guys that they come down the same community, the DPO and the commissioner of police go want to protect that area because guys they come. Guys they come and the citizens wey dey that area, who they supposed to protect pass. And they always they tell people, the those wey you dey teach say na common man for street, they even pay tax pass these people wey they talk. Take barrel, make you look how much wait quickly. Taxi driver, keke na pay. Take barrel, make you look how much they pay a month and a year for their tax. That revenue, 200 wey they collect as tax. Just imagine, person they pay tax 200 every day.
Every day.
Calculator for a month and calculator for a year. And make you bring the same people wey be say that they use taxpayer money, they protect, they go so. Make they bring their own tax come. Make you marry them together. Make you know who pay tax pass.
Doctor, we don't see the before because time not the run out. Make I ask you this other question. Recently, heat come everywhere, and as heat everywhere, we dey see so many people dey write so many things. First of all, before you go enter that question, may you also as a doctor tell the citizens about the yellow fever, say no be communicable disease or not communicable disease. Then after that one, you go enter this issue of heat. Waiting the citizens supposed to do at this period. When we say heat, they always dey everywhere. What they're supposed to eat, what they're supposed to eat, what they're supposed to wear, what they're supposed to wear, how they're supposed to live a life at this period.
My people, yellow fever, as we say, if your brother or sister get yellow fever, you know go fit give you. Now only when because now they stay together, mosquito when they there, he bite am, he can't bite you, then go fit give you. Don't be say because when I eat food together and I drink water from the same cup, you know, if we give you like that. So that is that. And we also know the weather they change. We they move from rainy season, we they enter dry season. There are kind diseases when we also they get for dry season, especially when the weather hot like well like this, especially this meningitis. It may not be very common for our environment, but if you go north, up north, it's very common. During dry season, we just see say harmattan, people this one come in neck go stiff, it go they convulse. All those one na sign of meningitis. If we say no common for our place, that does not mean we no get am. And our people will tell you say when the weather cold, say there are some the disease when they call them pneumonia, they will say na cold they cause am. Not because really they cause am more. When did they cause this one? And because weather don't change. All those organisms when they cause this infection, now that time they do well. As that weather cold, you breathe in or you expose yourself, you enter through your nose, you will get this infection. Not be saying that actually na the weather they cause am, but now meaning during this weather, the organism they do well. So, and again, because we are coming to the weather that is very hot, when you want to dress, you don't go put, weather they very hot, you go put suit inside because make them say you be your guy for office. You wear your simple cloth. You wear your simple, even if you are going to office, it's allowed for you to wear a fine native, or you have your fine shirt that is wear iron. You dress well, you go to office. You must not wear suit when you know say the weather is very hot. You want to do guy or you want people to see this is me. I have arrived. Nobody they arrive because the one where he die, then he arrive before he don't go. So my people, this weather when we dey, the most important disease, as I said earlier, is meningitis. Now this is time now we are going to meningitis time again. Because we dey move, it's in between the rainy season and the dry season. Meningitis is very common. Abeg, we go protect ourselves. If you want dress, you dress well. And if you notice anything, maybe you dey get constant headache, you dey get fever, please go see your doctor.
What of they see reach for? Some people say, and also national organization don't say this period, people they drink water, maybe all those kind talk.
As I said, just now I said, in terms of this yellow fever when we are talking about, I now say we no really get treatment for it. Now supportive treatment. We go they give them because then they dehydrate water they leave their body. During this time now, person they sweat well. Body water will leave your body. If water leave your body, you dehydrate. Anything they do, you lose concentration. That's why it's good at this weather. This time around when the weather they dry, they sweat well. You also drink plenty water, which is very good for your body. You drink plenty water. Some people will even tell you, say, when you wake up, the first thing you do in the morning, you drink water. They call it water therapy.
People, what be the real that thing where they talk? Most of those things where they talk. If they good, and they always say, doctor,
yes.
And they always fight people. When I see most of those write up from all these social media, and they won't make it they come from doctor mouth.
Yes.
So somebody done the right for social media. This period, there's so much heat every time. Sweat, eat fruits, this one, that one. Medically, tell them. Now the one doctor talk, them people they follow.
For social media, anybody can go to social media and write whatever you want to write.
Go tell us now for
the one we know, because I can't come and tell you something that is not documented here, is that water is good for the body. Okay. At every point in time, it's good to drink water. Whether as you just wake up, you feel like drinking water, drink water. You feel like drinking water.
That water therapy.
Yes.
That water therapy.
Yeah, that's where
I don't approve.
Yes.
Just social media talk.
Yes. Doctors also agreed in drinking that water, believing that when you wake up in the morning, you drink this water, it will clean up your body. But obviously, don't also forget, I have discussed with a lot of persons, because at times, what the doctor tells you may not be good for your body. Let's be sincere. Some person then when they wake up in the morning, they drink water, belly go depend them. Some people, they must put food for mouth. Being a doctor, I don't mingle with a lot of persons. I am able to mingle with a lot of persons. I have discussed with people. They say, if I don't wake up in the morning, I drink water, my belly will just turn me throughout that day. I don't will organize myself. Will I tell the same person, go and do it? Don't forget, there is a drug I will give you. It will work for your body. If I give my brother here, if it no work. Everybody get the way God take building body. But the most important thing as a doctor is that drink water. Make sure you have enough adequate water in your body. Because when you have adequate water in your body, now they clean your body. Go the cleaner. Remove all the yama. You go piss and come out. The one will not come out through piss because the weather hot, you go come out through sweat. And naturally, as God even plan the body, if you feel like drinking water, you will know. Your body will tell you, say, I need to drink water. You could drink. But the amount of water you drink now will not differ. But as a physician, a public health physician, we make sure our patients, anytime we have one-on-one relationship, drink water. The water therapy is actually a work of a doctor. Doctors talk about water therapy. and it is good. You know, most of this thing is, as I was telling you before now, they say if you take a vaccine for yellow fever, it cover for 10 years. But recent finding that if you take it, can cover you for your whole life. You see, the world is dynamic. Research is continuous. You understand? Research is continuous. But however, you're able to know yourself. If you wake up in the morning and you drink water, the water is good for your body, good and fine. We say if you do exercise, but there are some conditions we tell say because you have a comorbidity, you have some problems already in your body. Please, if you do exercise, do small exercise. Some people they do exercise. That exercise when they go fall die. I will never hear about it. You never hear?
Not true.
Yeah. If people will get big heart, we call it cardiomyopathy. It's very common. When they overstress themselves, the blood don't retain in the heart, they fall and die. And you ask somebody to go and do, the person doesn't know his comorbidity, doesn't know himself. You go do exercise because you can run from here to New Benin. You want to run from here to Sapler Road. By the time you are coming, you will see him inside ambulance. So everybody must know what is good for him. But there is an average.
But why not there be a link between some of these people when they say do exercise, and the ones when we say the doctors they talk, not those exercise things, in as much as the preacher. It's not also good that there should be a medical way of you to let you know, okay, you feel they do, you don't fit to do all this exercise, and you know they fit to do all this exercise.
That is what my brother just said now, Effie. Most of the problem we get now by accident with the detector. Accident. They say go do medical fitness. Maybe at the process of detecting doing it, they will notice say you get this one. They will tell you. You may not know you have it. Naturally, as you are growing older, there are tests you're supposed to be doing every 6 months or every yearly. But we don't do.
But some people go hospital to the doctors who know the health matters.
Yes.
Because I get personal experience where on my own one day I deal with one advanced my content me say, if you at this age you just go do one test. He say because with his age, he go do one and he say go. We just use and advise me. Say me I now can't really go hospital. I can't say see you for like when I do so test like this. The next way the doctor begin they laugh me. He say you dey sick. What you call concern you concern test. Sickness in your body. Not be one person they sick. Now you come they say you want to do test. You just gotta come hospital. Say you want to do test. What this with sickness? I say no. I just say may I just come run some test for my body. May I know as my body be. At all, if now another person at that stage, the way they take all of they take the yab me, the embarrassment for turn back, I can't stand my grant say I want one.
Brother,
I just get opportunity to talk consequence do one. May I do one before they come run for me.
Daife, may I tell you one thing? Apart from say I'm a public servant, I see runs. There's place I see work. Somebody will come and meet you, say, I want to do the whole test for my body. First and foremost, you know, say that person don't know what you want to do. It is the work of a doctor to sit you down and tell you, this is this. Do you have a problem? Because first and foremost, doctor will ask you to do tests because of you get problem relating to that. You get this, 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 you get this. It's from there doctor will deduce the type of test you will do. I'm coming. I'm happy you know UBT very well. You will come and meet a doctor, we tell you this, we tell you this, we tell you this and that. If now there are tests, we say, okay, let me just give an instance now. If you're up to 40 as a man, you should do PSA for your test for prostate. Now, in UBTA we have CDC, Center for Disease Control and Prevention. That's where they do screening. You understand? The moment you come, you know every department has its own work. It's first of all to know where you are going to. I cannot be coming to ITV. I will go to wherever they call it. I will go to a glass house or wherever, I face opposite direction, thinking I'm coming to this place, it will be difficult. Now, but obviously, you know, this profession and area of specialization also differ. In medicine, all of us get where we specialize on.
But if the person don't know, if the person don't know that area, okay, this is a place. Because I remember that a doctor, they always talk from this association, say, we Nigerians, we know the two tests, we know they do anything.
That is whereas I'm saying that it is the duty of that doctor. If, for instance, you come to UBTA, you go to GPC, you come now, you tell the doctor, say, I want to do PSA, I want to do this, I want to do this. The doctor will tell us, okay, well, we can do it. But we have a department that do this. Go to CDC. When you go to CDC, there's the list will be there. You will see everything. That's one. Two, when you come to a doctor, you have a challenge. Maybe you say you dey breathe fast. The doctor will know, okay, likely where this problem is coming from is your chest. Probably you have problem with your heart. You will say, go do chest X-ray, do ECG. Those are specific tests. But the one we are talking about is screening. But every doctor, as I'm saying, which I'm not defending the doctors here, every doctor must know at a particular age, this test must be done by this group of persons, whether by sex or by gender or by age.
All right, time not day again for inside this program. We don't hear from our public health physician. He don't enlighten us about the outbreak of yellow fever for Nigeria and Tindorich State, Edo State. We never forget the Commissioner of Health online, but on the state of preparedness for us for Edo State here, because ordinarily all of us are supposed to take the vaccine against the yellow fever, so that at the end of the even the hunters when they go bush, if the team bite them, mosquito bite them, they're not going to get the disease. But now don't hear from Dr. Man say the disease not be communicable disease, so not the fear say any of the person get, but only that when you discover those symptoms, quickly carry the person.
You say, but if it mosquito when he bites this, he come another place, you go get them. And mosquito full everywhere because of where we there.
All of us need to be immunized.
Okay. All right, so time not different. My daughter, we salute you and take you on this.
I agree, sir.
I agree to you.
All right, so until on Friday, of course, don't forget, say this program, they will play back on our terrestrial channel, 4:30 to 5:30 on Thursday. Until then, good night.